You already know what it is. It's your boy Lightwalker X here, back with another video. And today we're just going to discuss a little theory of mine that I've had regarding the GNX tour. Now, as we know, the GNX tour is currently on pause. Kendrick is currently on break. And there is a whole bunch of shenanigans going on outside of that. Obviously, we know Lobby Graham is currently suing UMG for defamation due to Kendrick Lamar's diss track against him, Not Like Us. He's claiming that the song is defamatory. And long story short, it was already extremely evident that he was really only suing Kendrick Lamar by way of UMG and just claiming that UMG had this whole conspiracy against him.
This shit just keeps getting worse. The Kendrick and Drake beef officially really kicked off in March of 2024. And here we are. Lobby Graham back at it again with the bullshit. Are you the CEO of OVO or the CEO of the Baby Batter Bureau of Investigation? What the f is this? Document request number 51 from January 1st, 2019 to present. All documents and communications relating to David Free and his relationship with Kendrick Lamar and Kendrick Lamar's children. What? What are you trying to figure out? Kendrick and his kids are splitting images. I feel like his mindset behind this is if I can prove one of my bars to be legit, then I won. No, it's over. It's been over. Quit. And then you got this bullshit, document request number 49 and 50. So Drake wants documents relating to his criminal history or lack thereof, but for Kendrick, he wants all documents and communications relating to allegations of DV. So you want niggas to bring in non-existent documents of your criminal history which you don't have, so you can be like, see, I don't do nothing. And then you want niggas to bring in allegations for Kendrick. How about y'all make it even? Bring in criminal history and allegations for both. Niggas don't want to do that. Never in a million years did I think a nigga that said last name ever, first name greatest would be bitching and moaning like this. Last name Karen, first name greatest.
Which, according to Doechii Grange's recent quotes in response to Drake's filings in the docket, Doechii Grange said,
I don't have time for this today.
And we don't know how long this lawsuit is going to last for. This could honestly go into 2026. And I think Kendrick Lamar and his team are prepared for that and any other things that may happen in exterior to the lawsuit. And since we know that the GNX tour is picking back up in September with a few Mexico dates going into October, and then in Australia, he'll be doing the Spilt Milk Festival with ScHoolboy Q and Doechii before having them on their two own opener shows. And it's my theory that Kendrick Lamar, PG Lang, and TDE are going to continue the Deposition theme on tour. Now, if you haven't seen the Deposition clips, the GNX tour itself is kind of centered around this lawsuit and the theme of the ongoing battle of this war between Kendrick and Drake. And throughout the concert itself, they do have clips of both Kendrick and SZA being interviewed during a deposition case. And this is obviously for Drake's lawsuit against Kendrick Lamar.
You said you wanted the party to die. Was that a metaphor? Or were you being serious?
I said it's a good song.
No, I understand you think it's a good song, but it's not answering my question. Were you being metaphorical, or should it be taken as a threat?
Whatever you want to take it.
Fine. Let the record reflect, I'll take it as a threat.
Okay, what you want to do then?
Now that SZA is off the tour, it's my theory that Kendrick and ScHoolboy Q and Doechii may continue the Deposition clips on the tour with a new structure based around their songs and collaborations. Now, that's obviously if the lawsuit goes all the way until December, and who knows, Drake may extend this, and me personally, I think he will. I don't think he's going to try to dismiss this, even though that's what UMG wants him to do. I think he's going to try and at least get a settlement. And I think a settlement is a win in his eyes. And that's something that he can spin to his fan base as some sort of win, despite all the other losses he's taken over the last year and a half. But that's what I think could happen. And if it does go to that, it may take a long time. It may get dragged into 2026. And if that's the case, then I don't see why they wouldn't reference the lawsuit again on the GNX tour in Australia. And I could only imagine what ScHoolboy Q has to say. I feel like he's going to make a lot of jokes. Arguably the funniest person out of the four in Black Hippie, at least to me. Think about how funny it would be for ScHoolboy Q to joke about how his shows got canceled in Toronto and how he's now performing in a stadium in Australia before Drake ever could, and how Drake had his shows canceled due to scheduling conflicts. And even with Doechii, like her just coming with the industry plant narrative and just clapping back, using that and making it a moment. We know she can do that with ease. You know, she's a star in herself and already has so much hype with her mixtape. Could you just imagine the hype with her album? So I'm pretty sure she'll use those clips or the themes of the Deposition to, you know, promote herself, her brand, TDE, and clap back at the many angles that they're putting on her name. They have been coming for her with the industry plant narratives and the Drake fans adjacent as well. And just a lot of people coming for her. So I think she could have a nice perspective on the industry and even the Deposition as well, because TDE very much is in the crosshairs and in the sights of Drake as well. It's TDE, Kendrick Lamar, and anyone Kendrick Lamar adjacent, in my opinion, that he's trying to go for. So I think Doechii has been feeling the full brunt of that, and it'd be very interesting to see what she would have to say in a Deposition clip or theme. And just overall, I'm just so curious to see how they structure the tour around ScHoolboy Q and Doechii's songs. Now, we already know that Kendrick and ScHoolboy Q have a number of collaborations, but Doechii and Kendrick have yet to have a collaboration. It is my theory that since Doechii is going to be going on tour very soon, and that this is going to be the closing chapter of her Alligator Bites Never Heal era, I do think she's going to begin the rollout on her next album on the GNX tour in December going into 2026. And it only makes sense, in my opinion, that you have a Kendrick Lamar feature on your album, or just in general at some point within that period of time. And that could be for Doechii's album, that could be for a TDE anniversary collaboration album, or even a Kendrick Lamar deluxe album. I think having her and Kendrick do a song, that is gonna go crazy. And it just makes the most sense that you possibly bring this song or whatever collaboration it may be closer to when the Australian tour dates actually happen. So I'm very curious to see how they structure the second half of the GNX tour now that it's going to be going to Australia and Mexico and a few other places like Colombia and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how he structures the tour around the other acts that will be coming with him. And I'm really looking forward to him possibly adding additional dates. Maybe he'll come back to the United States. Maybe he'll go to Africa, do a South Africa tour, go to Korea and Japan, because it's been a while since he's been there. But if that's the case, I wonder who else he would bring out and how he would continue the theme, because I think the GNX theme is just so special. And when this era is over, the fact that he was able to tour and do this whole Deposition, Compton, culture, GNX, throwback theme in a stadiums around the world, I think that is something to be celebrated and recognized. And 100% he's keeping it hip hop, keeping it culture, despite all the shenanigans and outside noise that's going on. So you got to applaud him and TDE and PG Lang for being so strategic during this crazy time and them keeping their tunnel vision open all the way to the end. So you got to appreciate it. You got to give them their flowers. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens on those Australian tour dates. And I'm hoping that he eventually possibly does some type of stream, just like how he did the Mr. Morales stream on Amazon. I hope he does that for maybe the Australian dates, because seeing ScHoolboy Q in a stadium, do you know how crazy that's going to be? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear Man of the Year and hearing that part in a stadium. Oh my gosh, that's going to go crazy. And then Doechii too, that's going to be an amazing look for her in a packed out stadium. It's going to be a good year for TDE going into next year. And they've already done a lot this year. And obviously last year was an amazing year for them too. So I'm very excited to see where PG Lang and TDE go together going forward regarding the GNX tour and what other things and surprises they might bring out on the tour itself. So you guys let me know your thoughts down below. What are your theories on the additional tour dates? What other places do you think Kendrick may go to? What songs and collaborations do you want to see from TDE and Kendrick, Doechii and ScHoolboy Q? What do you think is going to happen on the additional dates? You guys comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys for all the support. I do truly appreciate every single comment, like, share, everything that you guys are doing to support the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Stay blessed and stay tuned.
Tell me, I don't want to talk on no selling. You know I got language barriers. There's no accent you can sell me. You're cold and ivory, you know I'm a selfish. The crown is heavy. I pray they ain't my real friends. If not